All right, so I just arrived here at the Friday night pinball league, and I got here a little early, and I want to throw up another video, not about the Amico this time. Pat and Ian, I watched their podcast last night on the graded games, the WATA graded games, and how much they've plummeted in value. I never put a value on those things to begin with. I've mentioned this in a video before. I have one graded game, Star Wars for Nintendo. It's graded 85 plus, I guess. From the other company though, not WATA. And I didn't buy it because of that. And at the time there was a decent deal on it from somebody I bought something else from, so I had that thrown in, and I don't know if it was in a trade, I can't remember. But see, I never understood. I saw Pat at the Gaming Expo in Hartford, Connecticut, and we had a brief conversation. And this was like at the time when it was, I think it was right at the time when they had the turmoil with the great bidding up thing and all that. I think it's all fake. I mean, no, you can't tell me that you can take a sealed game that at the time, like a couple years ago, you could buy a sealed game of, say, I don't know, 007 for Nintendo 64, let's say. You could probably find a nice sealed copy for maybe, I don't know, under $100. And now you're telling me, at the time, if you bought a sealed game like that and sent it into WATA and paid the $120 fee or whatever it is to get it graded, that suddenly this game is worth 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand. It's common sense, man. It just doesn't make sense. It's not. Whoever bought that game, the graded one, for $100K, how could you think that would be an investment? I mean, you're betting on this thing doubling to $200K in the future without thinking that a problem could come up with this, collectors could turn away from this. You're looking for rich people to buy this off you in the years to come. I just don't see it. I never saw it. I never saw it as a good idea or a good investment. And then on top of that, the thing that bothers me the most is when Pat and Ian were showing the graded games. Still to this day, I can't believe someone would shell anything really on a fucking graded game that's sideways. The whole thing of this is to display it, and either way you turn it, something's not the right side up. Either the game itself or the grading up top. If you turn it side, it's just ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. It's so gonna drop. It's so gonna bomb. People will be trying to give these graded games away in the future for hundreds of dollars that invested thousands of dollars. I mean, it's ridiculous. You won't be able to give these things away. Myself, I have games in my personal collection that mean something to me and I want to display them, but I'll just put them in one of those flimsy plastic things for a couple dollars, and they display very, very well. And if I want to grade that game to myself, I could grade it myself. It's for myself. If I sell it someday, I'll sell it based on what I think it's valued at and what someone will pay for it. It doesn't need this big, thick plastic case where you can never pull it out and hold it. The actual physical thing, the game, the box, whatever. So, not a big fan at all of graded video games or graded anything really. Comic books, I mean, I don't collect comic books, but even that, each is their own. If you enjoy that, then good luck to you. Just my opinion, in the future, none of that stuff will be a good investment. I mean, they're great in VHS tapes too now. It's, when does it end? I mean, I made a joke one time about this. I don't know if I ever did it in a video. But are we going to someday take a graded game and regrade it and put that whole thing with the plastic in another plastic thing and get that grade graded? Oh my God, it's ridiculous. I mean, people collect automobiles, people collect paintings. Are we gonna put all that in a big, thick plastic case in order to display it and to put a grade on it? We're gonna take a Ferrari Testarossa and put a big plastic thing around it. It's ridiculous. Are we gonna start putting paintings in thick plastic acrylic cases with a grade? Oh boy. That's my thought on the graded games and stuff, and I just think it's not a good idea. Not a fan. Each is their own. If you enjoy it, I guess. But don't expect a big return in the future, because people won't put a value on it in the future. I can tell you that. That's just my opinion. But anyway, y'all have a good night.